Hello guys, after a long time we finally had opportunity to see first 4 episodes of House of Dragons. After 8 seasons of Game of Thrones, a lot of fans were trying to get back to the Westeros because they wanted to see redemption for everything what is going on. And I had seen a lot of good, how we can say, ratings for this TV show and everything like that. But I think that all of us were fooled by this. I will watch everything what is going on with this TV show, and I'm sure 100% that I will do that. But to be honest, I really don't appreciate this TV show. Why? I think this is money grabbing. Why is that? Because we got the story which already has the ending, and the ending was mentioned in Game of Thrones by Joffrey, who enjoyed what happened to Rhaenyra. Also, I can tell that entire plot is in the book explained by maybe less than half of the page, and I think that everything what happened there is really bad written. I'm not satisfied neither with dialogue, neither with story, neither with decisions, neither with anything. First episode for me had a catastrophic camera and everything like that. Actors are really bad. They are not really good with anything what is going on. Characters are blank. We are having characters which are really not something special, and to be honest, I don't feel at any moment that I can really be attached to any person which is in that TV show. Not because of earlier, how I can say, disappointment with Game of Thrones, but because of disappointment which this TV show shows to me. What is the problem? The problem is that every character is blank. There is no personality. There is obvious story. There are not a lot of other families. There are not different angles. Nothing is complicated. Everything is so simplified. All the time we are having the same story, which is really boring. If Rhaenyra and her mother were talking about issues as Daenerys, and everything like this happened 172 years ago. Unique point of Daenerys in Targaryens is really huge mistake. That continuity and everything like that. So never before in Westeros Queen was on the throne. The thing about this story and everything like that is like you really feel that there are huge details missed when this was written. Example, Viserys as a king. That is the most stupid choice, and that is the most stupid character ever written. First of all, someone is calling for tournament to announce future, how I can say, successor and everything like that, in the day where his boy should be born. And the biggest issue with all of this is that we had seen all the time that something evil is going around, that king is really weak, that he is always listening to his hand, and that he is not having any ability to lead and to rule. Everything what he said at the end of the first episode was a pure nonsense, because Targaryens got their position because of dragons, and if he knew what was going on, he would knew that dragons are the most important things ever. What they tried to do in first episode by him to telling Rhaenyra that the dragons should not be used because they can't be controlled or something like that. What is the problem with that? The problem with that is that we had seen already that the dragons were the main weapon against that threat and everything like that. So thinking about that and trying to send the new knowledge to people and not using dragons to solve other problems, that is really a huge thing. I will not comment some other stuff as Valerian family because that is a bit stupid to me. If Targaryens were coming from Valyria, and if they wanted to develop entire story, you know, to have power and everything like that, they will not let another Valyrian to be in a bad position. So that house should do everything in their what they can do, or any member of that house to work as it is under them, because they are cousins, and it should look weak for the crown that cousins are on bad way presented there in Westeros. So that is the thing. Some decisions in writing are really stupid. Also, King defending his brother. Okay, brother loves brother. Another brother is having more ambition and everything like that. Okay, that is obvious thing. But I see Daemon as a copy paste from Warcraft 3, where how I can say, Arthas was the main villain, and a lot of people are telling a lot of good things about actor and everything like that, but I'm really disappointed because this guy is having a really small amount of facial expressions. He is really not good to be there. His face is really not enough emotional to show things which are going on. Also, as I had seen, they changed the story about his marriage and about his conflict, because he was forced after he stole that egg and everything like that, and when I think that he wasn't even stealing that egg from his brother and everything like that. The problem is that he submitted to Otto, not to Rhaenyra, and he went to the his house and everything like that, and he never made another problem. So he is not interesting character at all. Okay, people try to make him an interesting character, but for my angle they failed. Also, we had seen a lot of swordsmen, capable swordsmen. Daemon is like, he's the best one ever. And okay, scenes are great in these episodes, especially in third episodes and everything like that, about his fighting skills. CGI is great and everything like that, but the story is empty. The story is empty. Why it is empty? Why should any king let him to be in position so his most powerful naval, how can say, follower is complaining and putting him in position that he is in a really bad position, so he must make marriage and everything like that, just to show his power to the people. And his choice at the end was the most stupid one. It was to make a shock, but it is not really, it wasn't obviously a shock, because we knew that it is more for him to not be serious king. We had seen that he has really, how can say, bad character. Also forcing, as I know in my language, this what he done to his wife in that position was a lose-lose position, and his decision, as people are trying to say, okay, you can save, you can lost 2 or 1. I think that every mother ever, maybe not modern mothers, would accept the thing that both of them are going, because they are afraid. That is the, how I can say, the present connotation, everything like that, which is showing a lot of selfish. I think that mother feeling and everything like that is ultimate thing, and it is really so easily, how I can say, translated into enforcing a will of the king. I think that any mother in any position from real world would accept that thing. But another thing is why this kind of stuff is why this surgery is deadly there, and it wasn't deadly in Middle Ages. What we are watching some how can say fantasy and everything like that, but in that fantasy some things are worse than on planet Earth. But okay, I would accept that story if that wasn't a queen. But if that was common women, unfortunately, in such a society and everything like that, because Westeros never was a perfect society. So, what is the another problem? Rhaenyra is blank. Rhaenyra is like, okay, she's in a hard position. Some people can recognize her position and everything like that. All the time, people are talking like, you are the heir, but you will not be the queen and everything like that. And people are repeating that all the time. They're always talking about the duty. Always is a talk about hair, and everything like that. Well, until hair is white, I think of all of them. I don't know, because I think that this word is used at least 10,000 times. I didn't count really, but approximately 10,000 times from the first minute of this TV show. It is really boring because it is trying to make political statement instead to tell us a story which is interesting. All the time we are watching scenes like, okay, she had to find some lord, everything like that, but she didn't like any of them because she had to choose, and her choice at the end was a knight, and etc, etc, etc. So the thing is that I really think that this was really obvious thing that she is against her father and everything like that. So the problem here is really why? Why? Why should anyone do this? Why should Daemon, who won his battle, do such thing to try something like that? Would that make his position stronger? No. That was obvious and stupid and everything like that. I think that was the most idiotic move ever in the last episode and everything like that. When also, I am thinking like, why should Rhaenyra accept to go with Daemon in a city? That is the most important thing here. Why should someone who is heir of the throne go with the person who was threatened to be killed by a dragon earlier to give away his egg, and which he claimed for his imaginary son and everything like that? Also, I had seen that Daemon's behavior about Baelor's death was the really stupid thing, heir for one day. What that means? Really, he was the heir, and he was like, what? I will piss off everyone else, I will really do some things unspeakable and everything like that. Okay, Daemon is wild, but his problem is not that he's that wild, that he's stupid. So a lot of things are not going here. We are having a TV show which tries to be something better, to have some better ending, everything like that, but there are a lot of things which are lacking any possible logic. In comparison to 7 seasons of Game of Thrones, this is a really looking like a low budget TV show. It is not having any potential to do that. I made a video on another language than English, which is showing us that really we cannot expect from people to accept this as a quality replacement for Game of Thrones. Also, I'm not looking forward to see Jon Snow's story after 8th season. Really, people were fighting, actors were fighting all the time to show that people who were angry after season 8 that they are wrong and everything like that. Peter Dinklage was like, okay, people were really angry because they didn't support something like they would be more likely to accept Jon Snow and Daenerys because they want beautiful people to be on throne. No. What was the thing about Game of Thrones? The point about Game of Thrones was that we had a theory, all of us had a theory that Jon Snow and Daenerys will die, and their child will accept the entire story. But the point is that we got what? We got bad Winterfell battle, which was really it was like we will show entire world how good is that battle. We didn't see anything. Battle was the most stupid one until battle for Winterfell and defeat of Night's King. I was supporting the entire concept and everything what was done in 8th season. Even then we had seen really bad writing, but now it is the most I can say agonizing detail ever. And as I can see, they are not improving this in any way. CGI is better, that is not a problem, but story is bad, as I said, dialogue is bad, and really I'm not looking forward to watch other seasons and to watch another TV shows. They claimed that there were a lot of TV shows which were filming about another eras and everything like that. We had a story that this will be about fall of Valyria, and we only got some model of the city and everything like that. So my opinion about this is really this is the most overrated TV show by a lot of fans. I hope that people will open their eyes and they will see what is wrong with this, because I hope that we will not be consumers, but that we will remember Game of Thrones as it is. So yeah, I really have a lot of issues with this project because it only has sign and music of Game of Thrones, but characters are blank. I don't see really possible improvement. Valerie and everything like that. There are story from themselves. I really more prefer if we have political story and everything like that, and if you want to bring it in some way, don't push it. Really, don't push it. If you are pushing that political story into your how I can say movie and everything like that, you are more, that is more propaganda than TV show. So from my angle, this TV show should follow Game of Thrones without a lot of talks about some ideas, but unfortunately we are looking at these TV shows and movies and everything like that as a huge political instrument and everything like that. So as I can say, Star Wars are already ruined. Game of Thrones, we accepted to see that in that way. And some people will tell me, oh, but you are not for freedom, you are not for this. No, I am for freedom. I am not for repeating some stuff which is unrealistic to be, and situations which are unrealistic to be in world as it is made as Westeros. So if you want to change entire world, imagined world, from one book and everything like that to have another composure, You are not doing a favor to your goal, to your statement, to anything like that. You are only making mockery of both statement and that world which is already made. So, if you want to make a story, they had to make some another plot, to use some other part of Westeros, to if they wanted to use something like that, they could use maybe some side characters and everything like that, which we're not familiar. But to use Targaryens, and only 172 years before event from Game of Thrones, or better to say before Daenerys, and that is really annoying thing. If we had the story, we all of us expected a story about fall of Valyria and about Aegon, a conqueror. So to be honest, this is a huge disappointment. This is a huge disappointment for everyone. Until the next video, have a good time, and I hope that a lot of you will agree with me about the fact that this is not a way to accomplish, to replace what was in Game of Thrones. Have a good day.